Hi everybody, it's Alex Newton from K-lytics, today with our Kindle market trends for June 2024. So let's have a look. We're going to present trends and developments as we see them on the Kindle bestseller lists, where we've been monitoring the sales ranks of thousands and thousands of books to give you the latest market insights for your author journey. We've always reported that romance has been doing well, but particularly this month, romance in the meantime has even overtaken literature and fiction, the big umbrella category, and is leading mystery, thriller, suspense, science fiction and fantasy, non-fiction, and a whole list of other categories that we find on the main category level on the Kindle platform. You may remember the various category additions that Amazon introduced last September and November 2023, adding very popular subgenres such as alpha male, billionaires and millionaires, enemies to lovers, love triangle, mafia romance, polyamory, small town romance, and workplace romance. And that additional visibility in the bestsellers did certainly not do any harm to the romance genre overall. In fact, quite the contrary, although it's hard to distinguish cause and effect in this case. But the average bestseller rank of the top 100 romance bestsellers has continued to climb trend-wise over the last 18 months. And this positive development only marks the most recent evolution in what has been a remarkable journey over the last 7 to 8 years, where we've seen an ever-rising trend that has only been accelerated by the pandemic and now putting us into the rank range over the last 18 months as marked by the green rectangle on this graph. As a result, we could be talking about a whole number of romance subgenres that have exhibited a rising trend. One subcategory with the strongest rebound in the recent 12 months is romance later in life, a category currently strongly influenced by women's fiction type of beach reads, especially short reads as those here by Sage Parker, various second chance romances, paranormal midlife fiction, more of these beach reads by Grace Myers, Rachel Lucas, Hope Holloway, and all the way down here to silver hair romance, and all in all very much contemporary romances. And following the strong rank performance, the category currently resides right in the middle of our hot niche markets on the K-lytics strategy maps. Average sales rank across the top 20 books is just 2,313, with less than 10,000 titles in the category. And closely related to this category, a very positive development in romance, clean and wholesome romance. Ever since the 3-category upload limit in KDP introduced in June last year, we saw a strong rebound in the category. Certainly a genre to watch again in 2024, and we just covered it in our dedicated annual Clean Romance Market Seminar, which you can download here in the members area. Good news also for mystery, thriller and suspense authors. The sales ranks have risen again with a rising trend over the last 18 months are following this trend line. That's the good news. What has to be said though is that the overall market share here of mystery, thriller, suspense amongst the top 400 most sold Kindle books last year was only 16%. Compare that to the romance genre with 58%, or even children's books with 11%. And amongst these books, the most sold titles were clearly from the psychological thriller, domestic thriller segment, and with such titles constituting the largest segment of MTS. And if we look at the development of the mystery, thriller, suspense overall bestseller list, it doesn't seem that the picture is going to change very much this year for market shares of various subsegments. And as a result, the psychological thrillers boom simply continues, with sales ranks having improved another 45% in the past 12 months alone. We looked at the market a little earlier this year, but this report here just from March will still be very much valid if you're interested in psychological thrillers. Then also science fiction and fantasy sales ranks have come out of the slump from summer last year. I'm not going to go into great detail on this one today because the sci-fi and fantasy K-lytics report is going to be released in the next couple of weeks, going into all the detail across more than 100 sci-fi and fantasy categories. By the way, if you're interested in the basic category data for the top categories, no need to take notes. You can download your free copy at klytics.com/free report. That's free-report. Or if you already have a members account, you find it in the basic tab of the members area. Let's close with the overall market outlook. And here we have very good news. If we look at the very right-hand side of this graph at the size of the Kindle Select Global Fund, which is one of the indicators for the ebook market, it is the only official number that Amazon makes public. It denotes the level of royalties paid to authors, publishers for Kindle Unlimited page read. So for authors, publishers that have chosen to go exclusive with Amazon for their ebook, and based on the first quarter of 2024, we can project here another year of 15% growth if the year continues at the current pace, and that would bring us the 10th year of double-digit growth in this part of the ebook market. If this sounds exciting and you'd like to have the latest data on more than 8,000 categories and get access to all the various in-depth genre reports, come visit us at K-lytics.com. So much for today. This is Alex Newton from K-lytics, ebook market intelligence for success.